Meat Jenkins Show. It's your host, Meat Jenkins, and I'm here with a special guest, Macbeth, a former king of Scotland. That's crazy, eh? Greetings, sir. How are they? I'm pleased to be on your show. Wacky. Now I have some questions for you. Ask us, wee lad. Ask us some drama questions. Alrighty, question 1. How does it feel after your death? Quite the horror and earnest. I feel quite lacking valor for what I did. I feel much anger towards those nasty bearded witches and their prophecy that condemned me to this fate. You're mad at witches? What prophecy did they give you, and how did it condemn you? That's a little silly, isn't it? Those wretched hags ruined me on life. That Boardman was young, I would become king. So I did the vilest deed of all. I have killed my own king. But my own hands, dead to king, did lay. The crimson blood dripping down my own hands. In my own doing, I murdered the king. Like, Jesus, why would you listen to these witches? They're pretty stupid, isn't it? Witches? Alright. You're a crazy one. Okay. Did start at first. What at which they outright became the thing of Codder. I and on hath believed on the Boardman was true and was still did fill with ambition. And I had no choice but to become king. Now, that's pretty stupid, listening to witches. Now, what was the purpose for killing your old buddy Banquo? Huh? Hey, how did they find it out? Well, good now I shall be thee. I hired assassins to murder my old cousin Banquo, all because he was thither, at which I did get mine own portment from the hags in yond. He might findeth out yond 'twas me who is murdered the king. Okay, well that makes sense, but you realize you could have avoided it and still had your buddy if you didn't follow through on the prophecy. Like, seriously, who does that? Who listens to 3 little witches with beards who are witches? You know, it's kind of silly. And you were also living during the witch hunt, that crazy thing. You know, the Salem witch trials, yeah. The fact you listened to them and didn't burn them, it's on you. Silly little guy. Even if I did wanted to, I couldn't did capture those folk. They did disappear in the fog, or because their Gabe frog had called those folk. Why, Jesus. They couldn't have caught them. They're gone. You silly geesh. Right. So you think becoming... Right. So do you think becoming king was worth it? Was it? Not at all. After becoming king, I hasn't killed so many people who didn't need us to kick us the bucket. And I've been living in fear along with me own jointress, and was afeard if it be true we was ever have found art, and we washed. I couldn't went back to the times whether I was loved by the people around me. Banquo and King Duncan. King Duncan did love and did respect me like one of his own, and yet I did blow to hence and hath killed him, all just for the coronet. And I feel remorse for those who isn't I murdered just because they wasn't in my way. Like my own old cousin Banquo. I really gonna mess stuff up. Hold on, mess stuff up. I'm gonna terrible person. I killed the king. I killed my old friend Bangor. But just because of these three witches and my own wife bugging me. By Jesus. I really messed stuff up. I should have died. God on down for killing me. Yeah. I really did mess stuff up. By Jesus. Tickle me on toes. Yeah, you did some really nice stuff. I'm really not going to be forgiven for that. It was really nice to see you. Really great. It was a pleasure to have you. Well, it was a pleasure to meet you too. I had a great time answering your questions. Nice to see ya. What a great guy. What a great guy. This guy's amazing. What a bloody genius. That all wraps up for the Meat Jenkins Show. As you know, it's your host, the Meat Jenkins. The only one of a kind. Ah. So, a round of applause for our little buddy here. Macbeth. Great guy. Not really, but a great guy. Nonetheless. So should I just leave through that door? Alright, thanks.